guys, so today I'm doing a short stream where I will try to do a bunch of updates on the library that I'm working on for robotics. So I've managed to do a bunch of things. Also, not vibe coding, but I have like agent how would I call it, advising. So I use an agent as an advisor, because apparently these new coding tools are decent enough to analyze a code base. I'm not sure I trust them to give me code yet, or actually it's not that I don't trust them, it's that I don't want them to give me code. But I think using, so maybe it's just me coping, but I think me using it as like a chat, so this is Claude, is fine. And basically the way things are happening right now, and I'm trying to decide on a good architecture design for this, is the following. So for example, I have a bunch of ends. So if I go to robobase robo implementation environments, I have like 3 environments right now. I have all in parrot, I have a video player, I have gym, which is OpenAI gym, or I mean gymnasium, whatever it's called right now, but yeah, gym. And I also have a maze one, which is just in the examples. Maze, right? I have a maze env here, which is just 100 lines of code or something, but it's like basically handling a maze. And the problem with all of this is that I have a bunch of different strategies of managing the concept of new data has arrived, and it turns out that this is not as trivial as I would have thought of initially. So let me explain what I mean by that. Let's see if I'm logged in my personal account. Just 1 second, please. Yeah. So let's go to a Blackboard. So I have a small problem. So the concept of this library, basically, if I look at the README, right, like you're interacting with the environment, and you have your agent, I call it here. Maybe your robot should be a better name. I mean, let's just keep it an agent. Maybe that's the right terminology for it. So basically, I have an agent, and the agent like gets an environment state, and then the data producers get like whatever the agent is sensing from the environment. So this is like a interaction between the data producer, the agent, and the environment. So basically it's like the perception module, and then you have like a bunch of low level to high level modalities, and I already implemented this. And my main concern is about this part, but let's go through all the flow. And then you push this data to a data channel. You can have multiple data channels, but the supported let's say default behavior is that there is only one, but recently I've added some abstractions which only assume a single one here but simplify a lot of code. But you can have multiple data channels if you really want. You can have multiple data consumers, and this maybe I should rename here at some point into controllers. These are basically controllers. And then each controller can push actions with some degrees of priority, and then you have this final I mean, there is no termination function anymore, so this image is a bit outdated, and you have this basically action fn which basically converts like generic action to agent specific action or environment specific action. So the thing is, things are not as well defined here as, so I'm aiming towards something that will still keep this idea of data channels and actions, generic actions, and then we have like a conversion layer somewhere here. Now the problem is the following. On this get raw data and on this environment state, so basically the environment is pushing new data onto me as an agent, and I am basically and the data producer like gets the data from the agent. So the question is, when does the data producer know that the agent has new data, raw data, I mean like environment data? Because I need to get this and I need to not poll. So the problem is that in some of the code, what is this? Oh, it's kind of the same shit. Well, let's see. Like Miro, by the way. Holy shit. No, what the fuck is this? Dude, what the fuck? The AI teammate. I have 5 AI teammates, look at that. Wait, where's my AI teammate? There were like 5 AI teammates. Okay. Alright, so let's focus. This white, perfect. And can I make it a bit bigger? How do I make it bigger? There you go. Thicker. Even more thick. Alright, cool. Okay, so I have the environment here, which is env. And the environment like happens, right? And that's the problem, like it just happens. So this is the times, basically. Maybe I will put the times somewhere else. Let me think about how I'll do that. So, yeah, maybe I put the times right here. Or right here. Okay, so maybe let's do it like this. We have like environment, and then you have like agent, right? And you have the environment, and basically like the environment sends new data to the agent, and then you have like data producer. So the third thing is the data producer. This is the perception module, right? Producer. Actually, Miro is nice, and you can do this kind of thing, and you can like minimize it, and we're like fixed. All right. Okay, so I have the data producer as well. Oh god, this looks terrible. Right, and this one is like constantly polling. So this is a poll, and this is a push. Right, the environment basically pushes stuff onto us. Kind of. This is kind of the architecture, maybe. To be honest, it's not like this, because the agent also polls from the environment. So see, this is the problem, and I have a bunch of environments. So the problem is, so let's say that and between here you need, right, and like if this one pushes again here, so let's say I get a push around, right here, so all these extra poles, this should be knobs, and then you have a new data here, and then you finally get new data, right? I think this is the crux, that whenever the environment is pushing, like I want knob, and then the environment constantly pushing, and there's a bunch of like ideas here. So for example, on some sort of environments, you have access, for example, to, so let's say you have it here, you have it here, so you have it here, you have it here, you have it here, you have it here. And on some environments, you have access to this, which is like the frequency, how often the environment basically produces data. And on some you don't, like, I don't know, maybe the environment is a big variable. So for example, for a video player, you have access, and frequency is basically frames per second. For like a real world environment, you may have variability. Like you may have 3 frames per second, and you may have like 20 because of whatever reasons. Like you cannot control that. And then you have like step environments like gym, and the gym environment is a bit special because the gym environment actually is rather this is action here. So it's rather interesting because like you get a new state instantaneously after you make an action. So that means the agent makes an action and instantaneous. So that means the world there is the following. So this is agent, this is environment, and then the agent like pushes action and you get new state immediately. And then some time passes and then the agent pushes action and you get state immediately. I meant maybe like this, right? So it pushes an action and you get a state. And the problem is like this is 0 and then you somehow like do it instantly and the environment just doesn't care about you, bro. Right? And obviously my architecture kind of tries to avoid that, so that's why like the environment gives you information somehow asynchronously, and like you process some of the data, right? So basically you have this data producer, and then you like process the data and then you make actions. So yeah, it's more like this, right? And you constantly give actions to it, and I mean it's like you get all of them. Of course you only process maybe the last one and that's fine, but you constantly get new data. All right, now this is a bit of a problem. So what I asked basically Claude to help me with is kind of, let's see how do I design. So for example, I have this concept of frequency barrier and frequency, and all the environments have this frequency. Well, the problem is I don't control the frequency every time. Actually, I control the frequency only once, which is the video player. That's the only place I control the frequency, and it makes sense to have a frequency. Because like in the maze, it's a stepwise, Gym is stepwise. In Olymp, you don't control the frequency, you just get new data based on some callback because they control the frequency, like the environment controls the frequency. I'm just a wrapper over the environment. And basically only the video player. But for some reason I added the frequency every time, and then for all these other environments I just use frequency of infinite, so the weight barrier does nothing. Which, I mean, obviously it's a hack. So I need to get rid of it. So let's make a new branch. We check out refactor env, basically. So I have another problem. So I integrated with Gym, and look how slow it is. Holy shit! Like what the fuck? All right, it has like 2 FPS. I mean, the problem is I cannot use Pygame because reasons. And that means I have to basically do this, which is very slow. But I will find ways around it. It's just so slow. So slow, bro. Come on. Okay, it died finally. Nice. For cart pole, there is not an issue. Main py. So cart pole is fast enough. I mean, cart pole is just like a stick. This is working. Hundreds of, 100 FPS. But it's still annoying that this one is working. It's the same code, so that it's like it's working, but it's not fast. All right. Okay, so the first thing that was kind of decided that I should do is basically to move frequency and frequency barrier out of environment, because you don't care about that. Like all of this, it's basically it's a hack. And I should move this to video player, basically, which has a frequency in FPS pretty much. So that means I have FPS, so I don't even, okay, so let's just remove it from here. And funnily enough, this just becomes like this, and I have frec barrier, which is really cool. Don't have anything else here. No, right. So this is just becomes a nice interface right now. Okay. Can get rid of this as well. And I have a small question. Yeah, I think the mic works. Perfect. Maybe just move it slightly higher. Yeah. Alright, so I basically need to move frec barrier like around here. Frec barrier. And I think I need, okay, so they can just use FPS here. And I think pref time can just be pref time equals date time 900. Right, it's just like that here. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's, so where do I use frec barrier? Okay, use it in this test also, which means I need to basically do this. Yeah, and I need to do self dot. Should I make frec barrier explicit? Pref time equals date time 1901 from date time equals date time. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. So if I use frec barrier, I need to do it in a smarter way. That means I basically kind of need to have, okay, so pref time is needed, but you should pass it. So if you pass it pref time date time and you return date time. Yeah, and basically you say return, right? This, and then here you have pref time, and this is frec barrier, and I can put this in utils, which is here. Alright, import time. Cool. I also need to pass the frequency. So self here. Self. Frec barrier, but I'm not sure exactly frec barrier is nice here. So let's see how it would. So it would be basically like this. Frec barrier. So it would be, how many times I use frec barrier just here? So it would be server pref time equals frec barrier frec server pref time. Server pref this. I think it would be like this. Here I put it, what? Yeah, who knows when I'm gonna need that. I think I'm gonna need it at least one more time. In all the environments where I control the frequency, I'm probably gonna need a frec barrier. Okay, FPS. Terminal language, that supported, I would have done this, but this is not possible here. I think this is fine. I think just call it this frequency. All right, cool. So I got this, which I think I can pass here and just say this, a lot of this, a lot of time. Cool. What other frag barriers do we have? So we have one in maze environment, and this one is wrong. And I think, yeah, so let's go to all in first and get rid of the frequency. So frequency equals 1. I think I just don't have to do anything here. I can just remove this. There's nothing related to frequency here. Okay. Our gym environment is just useless. There's no frequency here. But I think I need a new data event. So maybe let's do it in steps. So let's keep frag barrier here, even though it's pointless. So let's self dot previous time equals date time 1911. So let's just do it like this. So we do it in steps. Okay, and instead of frag barrier, I just use frag barrier. So that idea, so that frequency. Okay. Frequency, so that time equals time. And I think I can also import frag barrier. And I think, okay, this should make it that I get rid of frequency and frag barrier from the environment, and basically I have it everywhere else. Get rid of frequency and frag barrier from environment-based class and move it to the environment. This matters. And maze for. Okay, so this is. Alright, I think this should be the easiest. I mean, look, I would like a chatbot if it was going to do just this change. So it's like a minimal change that basically simplifies the interface, and it basically creates like a minimum PR, maintaining some sort of compatibility. So as you can see, there is one bug here. So I think this is a problem with test I. What's wrong? Oh, because I'm still using frequency here. Oh, look at that. Why do I use frequency here? Basic English. Get state. But there's no frag barrier here. So this is kind of pointless. And then you have a test with the and here you have something with frequency, object init. Oh, you have this. All right. This seems to be passing. Graph check. Violent. All right, cool. So that's basically the start. Test, git checkout master, git merge, refactor end, data squash, git commit, refactor ends part 1. Get rid of frequency and float barrier from environment. Base class and move it to the and where it matters. Okay, the branch minus d. Actually, no. Refactor and git reserve as hard master. Alright, cool. That was part 1. Alright, so okay, I got rid of frac barrier and frequency in ends and moved it to where it matters. Now, should I use a data ready event in all classes? Is there any other prerequisite before that? Let's see what the bot says. I think I meant in the base end. The implementation. All right. Should I add a data in the base env? I think this is the right one. All right, let's start the chat. Sometimes I get people who are actually chatting, not restream chat. Chat and restream chat. I think it's like that. Yeah. One person watching. All right, so for the sake of that person, I will put this here. Always on top. All right, kind of there. So let's see what it says. Yes, add it to the base class, but the prerequisite is every environment also needs a trading lock protecting its shared state. The event and lock work as a pair. Event, new data exists. Signaling, lock, safe to read the data, mutual exclusion. I don't understand what the fuck they're talking. Why would I add a lock if Jim doesn't use it? Jim seems like overly abstracted functionality without a use case. I think he gave me a stupid answer. Okay, but why did you propose that? See, this is why I don't like AI. So somebody who doesn't understand the architecture of the project they're working on would say, oh, I'll add in the lock, whatever, because I was thinking about it from the wrong direction. Was theoretically correct pattern for event plus lock, rather than what do this environment actually need. I was over engineering the advice, which is ironic given the conversation we've been having. The lock is an implementation detail of multi-threaded environments, promoting it to the base class just because 2 of the 4 use it, exactly the kind of premature abstraction I should have flagged against. Good catch. Like, Jesus. Okay? Like, this is why I don't like these coding agents to give me code, because the thinking that they're doing is just, I don't know, sometimes they just add crap that you don't need. I want to keep this code minimal, and I mean in a sense of like, you know, like some sort of Kolmogorov complexity. What was it? Kolmogorov complexity, which is, you know, like keep it as simple as possible, pretty much. The shortest computer program, like I mean, I'm not gonna make the shortest possible computer program, but I don't want extra crap. So, okay, I need a data ready. Okay, I need a data ready event. So let's do that. So that means I'm gonna do the following. Yeah, so I mean, everybody now needs to call this bad boy. All right. Did I use super here? Maybe I should use super next. Just because I think it's more explicit. Yeah. Alright, so I do this. Super data ready. And I think I should abstract it a bit. I think that's sometimes stupid, but data ready. Look at the gym and I have. Should I abstract the data ready in a more easy to use API? For example, combine weight was cleared in weight and also maybe use red, green. Should I use red, green, red, and green as not available and available abstractions? Colors, maybe, or is weight and I don't even know what a clear is there and set. Wait and set. I use weight and set. Weight clear set. So weight clear set is like 3 primitives. All right, well, should I use super or self when calling data ready? And yeah, fair. So this point is all right. And also, if you don't call super here, it will fail. So for example, if I go in examples, gym card call, I cannot do this right now because I think there's no data ready. So you need to do this overload init. Now I think it works. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. So that forces me to do it. Alright, now let's go to maze. So maze has a frequency barrier and has a frequency of 100. And to be honest, I think the frequency and the frequency barrier is fine, but it shouldn't be in here, or maybe it should be. Okay, what about Mason? I want it to be turn-based. So it should follow the same logic as in gym. However, I want to be able to control the frequency as well for printing. And then type optional element for printing button. Alright, so it says I should put frequency barrier in move player, not in get state. So that means get state. Yeah. So get state should have this crap for sure. And move player should probably have this crap. I think I should do self.dataReady.set. Yeah. There's a reset which doesn't exist, and there's a close which probably in maze should also do. Okay. What about now? Use pref time. Reading one file. Two issues. Zorfund. What? How can I move pref time from frag barrier and from maze and still be sure? Team is mutable default. Don't overthinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh my god. Okay, what about the issue with move player? Should I refactor all the code now to not use return pattern? I like that. Fucking hell. So this is the step function. I think I need to divide it into two functions, because I think this crap needs to be after all the returns of. Basically, you need to do it like here. Right, so I do the step and then I do ready set. Finally. Or, okay. So let's do it like this. I should call it step. Yeah, let's call it step. Def step self direction string. I think move player res equals equals move player return res. I think it's like this direction. Yeah, the step function. daring to ask the chatbot every time, is it okay, is it okay, is it okay to get this private, if I call step on a non-running and it's a mistake, the rest of the framework will just kill everything and close the game. Exactly, like stop. Alright, no, fuck you, stop recommending me prompts. Man, recommending prompts, it's a bit annoying. Alright. Does this work? Cannot tell. The initial data though. Huh. Yeah, data ready. Should start with. Alright. I still need it to start to set the event on start. Then look for other mistakes like this currently on this branch. Man, I'm adding synchronization primitives which may trigger deadlocks, and I don't like it. I mean, with busy waiting, at least you are like, yeah, I mean, I'm burning CPU, so there's something wrong. But this is like, it's stuck. Who the fuck knows what it's doing? It's like burning cache right now. to share. All right. Or let's see what I'm doing. So if I do basically PyTest, I think I should have an issue with video player and I don't like this. Something is wrong. I feel like I'm repeating the same pattern. I don't like the interface. What about using a decorator? On get state, I will do data waiting data on close my data second on step first and All right, maybe they're right. I'll take a small break and I'll come back.
Oh,
Be right back. guys, I'm back. Did the agents take control of my computer, or are we still in control? Guess they took control. Anyway, if the agents are still in our control, we can proceed with this thing. So, I mean, he's right. The friction is real because I still have the old crap here. And the old crap, yeah, I mean, it's good. But now I have to use events. There's one thing that's kind of annoying me. So, this. It's an ugly pattern. It's a bit annoying that there is no waiting clear. Cannot believe that I have to like basically create an event wrapper here. Set thread line. Right? And supposed to be like this. Is this premature abstraction? Maybe. I just don't like the fact that I have to repeat that crap every time. Okay, so I have that read, wait, and clear. This is basically like a stop sign, holy shit. Just one person passes. Okay. Cool, so maybe let's change the video player and see how that feels. So I have a current frame lock. Wonder why I have a lock. So wait for initial data. In general, there's a bunch of crap here. Now, how should the video player behave? Let's think of it. Should the video player still have the current frame lock? I think this is a good question. I think yes. Yeah, I mean it's right. I knew the answer to this, but yeah, it just feels like it just got so much more complicated out of nowhere. Okay, but there's a frac barrier here. which is interesting also. I think it's good if it's after. I think that's a stupid after. Yeah. So. Okay. Well, I guess I have to go self that data ready dot given. So it's set. What do you call increment frame? The fuck is increment frame used for? Oh, this happened. Okay. Okay. I think wait for initial. I mean, actually, I think we should have time of equals this, which is probably basically. There's a boolean. Both clear. Okay, what? correct approach. Maybe. Why do I feel I will get into deadlocks? Yeah, I feel like I should put the set thing here. It just happens in all the cases. Can you check without what's the chance of this working? Slim. Maybe it does. Where's my video? No video. Huh. And then it appeared. Missing data ready set. Should have been here. which is such a stupid stupid bot. Okay. Quite a lot of people right now there. Yeah, this is where I'm going actually tonight, in like 2 hours. Yeah, it's in Romania, you can see from the flag. Okay, I should take a break from eating. Oh, it broke a bit. Wonder why? Oh, because sometimes the stream lags. I was afraid it was gonna crash or deadlock or something, but it didn't. Just waited. Crashed again. I mean the stream. You can see there's no FFmpeg peg. So that means I just don't receive data from the webcam. But it's fine. Alright, so let's move on to the next task. So the next task is reading the Olympic Games. No, actually, I still have a test that I need to update, which is this bad boy. Oh, actually, no. Basic curve. This one is not using any sort of events, which is okay. Remember that there was a test that did some fake video crap. I don't know where it was. There was fake video. Okay. I have the frequency barrier, but it gets state. This gives me the current state, which is not necessarily a problem, because the problem here is that it's inefficient. I think I can do one more thing in raw data. All right. I think there is a while. Yeah. All right. All right, that's the robot replay from logs. The complicated question that I could plot here. less time if I didn't use. Alright, so yeah, so I have a problem. But this means that each customer must implement read state but call get state which gives it. Actually, I don't like where this is going very much. Yeah, I can't wait to do that. Alright, fair. Okay, I feel like I'm going places, but they're circular. Yeah. Once again, I take a small break to look into something. So I will just close this for a second. 0. Holy shit. Holy shit.
What the fuck is this boy doing?
Okay.
What's it doing?
Wait, don't approve it, what the fuck? Lol. Lol. the fuck is inference output path? Okay, stop. Okay, I think I'm back. Had to do some other stuff. But oh my, what is this? Did it stay here all the time? Holy shit, did I? Okay, I hope. So looks like mirrored or some shit. Mirror preview. Why is it mirrored? What the fuck is going on here? Holy shit. What? This is mirrored, you see that? Transform. Flip that. Oh my god. Who the fuck did that? Anyway, let's go back. So what do I have? Examples, hello mail. Yeah, so this is fun. Correct, so yeah, and then self data set. Is this correct? I think so. Still doing crap. Because I have to get state, which is wait and clearing. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's a bit annoying because I like the idea. Set, wait and clear. I think here I shouldn't do this, right? So that means here I need to use state. Test. I need to do that, which is fine. Just this scrap here and this scrap. I think it's worth it because it like presents how you should. So data is available. First data is available. All right. Push on pushing we set we signal that data is ready. Upon you can only get the data once from the end, then it's Okay, I think this is correct. All right. Okay, I updated basic entities. What's left? Started to answer very fast. Oh, shit. Da? Nu. Mersi. Mersi, Paula. Okay, fuck. This should go here, this should go here, this should... Oh my cat. Komica. Okay, so how should this... I have wait for initial data, which obviously is wrong. Yeah, like wait for initial data is like not the thing. It shouldn't exist. There's wait for data seconds, which is okay, but wait for initial data is not. So I think I need to do this self dot data ready dot wait and clear. It should be like this. Actually, I should take it from video player. I think there's a common pattern here. Basically, it's this, and I have all in them. Data total seconds. Okay. And then I have received empty frame. Try finally. Okay, ref current frame. I do the locking thing. There's a final here. I think I need to do self data event, whatever the fuck is called, data ready dot set. I think that's all, right? Funnily enough, this is easier here than anywhere else. I think I also need like a support. Dot init. Is that it? Can you check it? Okay, I mean, fair. It says it should be here. Can I do this? Every time I do this, How is a close one looking? So Olymp main. How about this? Îmi pare rău pentru experiența zbuciumată pe care o ai. Looks good, no issues. Really. Alright. Says looks good, no issues. So is this it? Did I just vibe engineer the entire kit? What do you mean? Fuck. Oh, data channel. This really starting a data channel? Okay. Maybe I don't want that. So let's say if means minus stat. Alright, let's do this. Cămița zbuciumată. Parsing fail on Olymp N. What? Happy? Oh, because it works. Okay, cool. Import time. Is that it? Rough check. Okay, I think this works. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna close you. I'm gonna start again. And I'm gonna be like, what do you think about my approach to environment? Does it scale? Does it handle all types of names? Yeah, basically. Just ask the chatbots what they think, because the chatbots just, you know, they think. Look, it says thinking. Class. Look for class. Holy shit. Vine Alicia. Hai la Alicia. Hai la ea. Hai la Alicia. Vine Alicia. La 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 la. Alright, cool. So we merge people. Git checkout master, git pull, git branch, refactor, and full. Oh no. Just merge it maybe? Merge. So what does it say? So, oh shit, it gave me an entire fucking. Okay, so what works well? Clear minimum base class. Your environment ABC is lean. Just get state is running, get modalities and no bloat. The recent refactor to remove frequency frick barrier from the base was the right call. Timing is an implementation detail, not a universal concern. Great. Event-based synchronization is solid. The data ready wait and clear pattern is a clear way to decouple a processor from consumer. Avoid busy waiting, fix blah. The consumer blocks until the data is okay. Avoid indirection via action FN. Separating the action translation from the environment itself keeps environments focused on the states and let the robot stay generic. I mean, yeah, but this is not part of the environment. Dude, action FN. One. Action FN is not part of it. Okay, so action FN, it just didn't understand that. It's fine. Get state static. No schema enforcement compile time. There's no compile. Okay, I mean that's by design. Get my internal list. That's okay. Add becomes fragile. Typo in breaks things, but that's what I want. I mean I don't want to break things. I want like type state data class. No. I mean no. Single consumer waiting clear. If you ever need multiple consumers waiting from this, but I don't, because that's the purpose of. Dude, this also sucks. Okay, so the reset.
This is the most intelligent AI there is. Jesus. Top of Jesus fuck. Oh, yeah. Fuck. I only have 4 views. I don't know. what the fuck is it doing? Holy shit.